Steve, my friends and I understand that the FairTax system is a consumption tax. So if we're trying to go out and get a car, would that raise the price for it, or how would that work?
Okay, Dylan. What's going to happen is that under the sales tax, for most people, the amount of tax they pay will actually be a little bit less. Even though they're paying 23% when they buy a purchase, like a $10 item, they're going to pay 23%. And most people don't think about that as, oh my gosh, that's 23% more than I'm paying now. But in reality, for someone who's working like you're going to be, you're going to have that 23% or more withheld from your salary. It's going to be taken out in advance before you get your check. You're going to have a gross amount, and it's going to be 23, 25, 30% less that you actually get in your hand. That's called take-home pay. So your actual money you can spend is maybe 30% less than what you made. And that's because of taxes and Social Security. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now you're taking your whole check under the fair tax, and you're spending that same amount of money on the tax on the item you bought for $10, that same percentage. Okay? So it hasn't changed anything in terms of how much cash you have, because you've got more cash in your pocket to spend on the one side under the fair tax. You've got less cash under the income tax, but you have to pay the tax. It's kind of a wash. It's sort of a fiction.
Right.
But it's really kind of a wash. The incentive under the fair tax is that there's a very high likelihood that the price of that $10 item is going to go down. And the reason I say it's going to go down is because all of the cost of income tax and Social Security tax and preparation for income tax is built into the cost of that $10 item. And many economists believe it's as much as 20%. So it's possible, if enough competition, that instead of paying $10 for the item, you might pay $8, or you might pay $9, in which case your buying power has just gone up because you can buy more and pay the same tax.
That makes a lot more sense.
The fair tax gets rid of all the problems of the income tax, plus it's a much more sane economic system than we have now. It eliminates all of the problems that we have with a 77,000-page IRS code, which nobody understands. And I mean nobody. And that's the secret to your future being even better than your parents.